Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea. We're still in London after our Odyssey, and we're, I don't know, maybe halfway done with things to do. Let's start with, okay, actually one thing. I just, in between episodes, I was just looking through my, hold and journal, not in too much detail. I was mostly looking at my officers, and just reminding myself where all their quests were at. So this guy, I had been wondering, wait, he wanted to be brought somewhere. Did we not reach that place? No, that's actually the Kelonate that we've been hearing about a lot, but that's one of the big places, I suppose, and, well-known places that keep being mentioned here and there that we have not yet visited. He wants to... Actually, I think we need a live specimen for his quest at the Chapel of Light. That's one of the places I need a live specimen. The other one is for our surgeon. Okay, why don't we actually look just to confirm? Yeah, live specimen to have, well, to continue getting to know her, I suppose, to finally maybe reach the point where we can talk to her about her father, who we've obviously met a long time ago, so we can advance that part of her quest line, I suppose, or... Yeah, I don't know if this is all related to the same thing or if those are just different things to do with her. I suppose her quest line must have to do with her father, right? This other thing is just getting to know her better. Anyway, officers, right? So yeah, they would need a live specimen, but it turns out that the other one I thought I needed wasn't for the cook, but for this guy, because the cook, as it turns out, actually needs a strange catch. I completely forgot about that, and I, almost carelessly got rid of my last one. Thankfully, I still have one. The thing we're actually missing is Muter Salt, which is, of course, one of the few things... Well, not one of the few things, but it's not a thing that is at least currently being sold in London, so... I'm pretty sure anyway, but I'm gonna double check. But yeah, gonna have to keep an eye out for that, and actually remember. I might have actually seen some somewhere in one of the many ports that we visited, but oh well. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. Right, for him, well, we want to give him some sleep, actually. I mean, we could do that right now, I suppose, and see where that leads, but I kind of want to finish stuff in London itself first. What was her deal again? Oh yeah, we can actually dine with her, because we have a Searing Enigma, that's right. Also, completely forgot about that. So good thing I only got rid of one of these. Although they do sell for 1,000, was it? For the Scholar? Or to the Scholar, from the Scholar. So that was definitely worth it, but yeah, unless it turns out that I actually need another one for the next step with her. Well, that would be unfortunate. But then again, I might still choose to, earn another quick 1,000 echoes, because that's it's gonna fund my further expeditions for a while. Anyway, here with her we have the choice to, ask her to take off her glasses or not. And, well, that's an interesting one. I feel like clearly the most interesting option is to ask her to do that. I mean, if I was playing without reloading, I suppose in that scenario I might go for the safer option, because I assume that something bad might happen if I ask her to take them off. Because clearly she's, well, some sort of monster. I mean, look at that cute little tooth. Whether she's a vampire or something else, who knows? But, yeah, if I didn't care about safety, obviously I would, and I had to make a choice, and I could only make that choice once, I would obviously go for what seems to be potentially more interesting, right? So maybe the idea is that that actually does lead to catastrophe, and then, a player playing without merciful mode would then, on their next playthrough, know better, and, take the safe option. I don't know. Anyway, could go either way. Gunnery officer, of course, wants us to go to... Oh, it doesn't say here, but I think we want to go to Station 3 or whatever it was called. That kind of secret research facility place. Officers. Right, so yeah, this guy wants to go to Kellenate, this guy... Yeah, we need a live specimen for some sort of... Or we could, if we were already cannibalistic, we could offer one of our crew members. That was the option given as an alternative. But yeah, we could do the slightly less diabolic method of whatever kind of dark ritual they're going to perform there at the Chapel of Lights with some unfortunate live specimen. And then, of course, we have this guy thing who wants to be brought to the salt lines, which I'm going to do soon-ish. And yeah, we're still looking for her mother. In fact, we're going to find her mother, I suppose, if we are going to find her mother, actually find her mother at one of the stations, and it doesn't turn out that those are all false leads. But I'm going to go up to Wither, basically, and, you know, re-roll until I get it. So that's the idea. So yeah, yeah, at least I know what to do with all of my officers. Yeah, looking for the muter salt for the cook, and I'm definitely holding on to that final catch. Okay, yeah, just double checking though. At the normal provisioners, you can't buy salt. Wolfstack Exchange will buy salt, but not sell it, of course. Does it actually mention where you can get some? No. Of course not. I guess some item descriptions actually give you a hint. Well, anyway. Yeah, the rest is just ship equipment. Okay, what else? Right. So those are just some things to mostly remind myself and remind any viewers who, you know, might not be as familiar with the game, because I, you know, haven't looked at all those officers in a while. Now, story. Scholar. I want to see how worthwhile it might be to sell my one extraordinary implication. I really don't remember how I got this, but it's obviously, you know, one of the rarer items you can get. Wait, except maybe I just made that up because I figured because it was down the bottom of the list, it would be by far the most valuable. Also because I thought I had seen this item required for something that seemed kind of major, but maybe not? Huh. Okay, well, that's kind of a disappointment, because I was really expecting, you know, kind of hoping for that huge money boost that would allow me to do momentous things, but, well, I suppose not. In that case, I don't know if I even want to sell this. For 250? I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not gonna allow me to do anything, you know, that I couldn't have done before. So, yeah, I guess a new ship is actually still out of the question. Unless something else we can do here turns out to be very profitable. Like, I don't know. Okay, well, I suppose I'm actually not going to sell this then, because I only have one, so... But, yeah, it turns out it's not actually nearly as valuable as I somehow assumed it was. So whenever we see something to do, an opportunity to use this extraordinary implication somewhere, we will do that. Searing Enigma, right, that's the big thing, or rather, yeah, we need 7 of those. 7,000 echoes worth of Searing Enigmas. For something major. Could sell a few more of these. Or these, I suppose. But then they're only going to pay, you know, small amounts of money. And I don't know if we're really getting close to getting anywhere in terms of, you know, favors with this person. That would maybe open up something new, interesting. Anyway, for now, yeah, I suppose I could reach the next level probably, which would be level 6. Do you see that somewhere? Not here right away, but we can go for one more of these, which is only 10. Favors is increasing. 2 more needed to reach level. Oh, we weren't at level 5. I thought we were at level 5 already. In that case, I guess I'm actually gonna go to level 5. You know, there. So one more. I guess I'm gonna go with an outlandish artifact. No, wait. I saw somewhere. Of course, now I don't remember where. I saw somewhere that we actually needed 7 of these. Oh yeah, in fact, that's, I think this guy here. He was gonna take 7... I completely forgot. He will take one of 2 things. 7 outlandish artifacts or 7 parabola linen. And at one point, I believe I actually had 7 or more of these, and then I used some. But I don't think I had 7 by the time I reached London, even so. You know, even though I sold a couple of these to her, basically, him, I don't know. The portrait does look more feminine to me than anything, but anyway, to them. Yeah. I didn't screw myself or, you know, rob myself of this opportunity by doing so, because I didn't have enough either way. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go with a story instead. We're now at level 5 with them. And that changes exactly nothing, it looks like. Okay, you know, fair enough. I might have also done that before. I feel like I had reached level 5, but maybe not. Either way, let's also start a new save file here, which should be number 40. There you go. And now, well, so yeah. There, 7 outlandish artifacts. I guess I'll try to remember now and, you know, hold on to a couple more. At least 7 of them, I suppose, if I can. You know what, let's do it. Let's talk to this, I don't know, the portrait makes me think of combination of Santa Claus and Grim Reaper. I don't know if that's the idea. Midnight, a presence dominates your lodgings. Its fur-trimmed robe is the red of blood on snow. Over your chair hangs a familiar brown sack, bulging with offerings. Londoners give generously to the crimson beast of winter. Okay, so definitely, yeah. I don't know, maybe Santa Claus meets Grim Reaper isn't so far off. The crimson beast of winter. Anything to be rid of it. Oh. Except it collects gifts. I see. The figure stares into the fireplace, smelling of soft musk and harsh ammonia. I require a sturdy vessel and a captain. Yours comes recommended. Really? Who recommended me? You will suffice. Mr. Sachs, take my service. An ancient contract, words not to be spoken lightly. You may wish to wait until you have explored the main trading ports around London before doing this. Mr. Sachs, take your leave. You will not be intimidated in your own lodgings. There is no penalty for this. You will be able to accept this contract at a later time of your choosing. Wow, okay. So is this like... I mean, is this a timed quest, basically? Or why else would the game recommend that I have already explored the main trading ports? I mean, I've seen, I want to say probably the majority of them at this point, but there are also certainly still a good number of them that I haven't been to. I mean, the Kelonate is a big one. I want to say that there has been a name or two that's popped up occasionally of a place that I haven't been to. But most of the main, of the big names that you know, keep coming up, I have actually visited at this point. So I might be good, but this is kind of scary. But then I don't have to decide. But, you know, also, this is all about exploring options and reloading if it turns out that I don't like them. So why don't we take a look at what he actually wants me to do? A deal is struck. The beast withdraws its hand from the fireplace, examining it. Packed liquor, neath snow. It disappears back into the incarnadine robe? Incarnadine. Is that just an obscure term for a shade of color? 3 deliveries by your release. Do not tarry. You have much to lose. Okay. Take too much time and he may take you. Oh, okay. Mr. Sachs has boarded your ship. So what does... How is the passage of time actually measured? Just number of ports visited? And I suppose there is this variable that keeps going up, like days in the neath or something like that. So the game is definitely keeping track of passage of time in a number of different ways, I suppose. Sometimes in specifically for one of the an individual place, but also maybe on a general scale. Anyway, wait. Oh, the first delivery, okay. Crimson Beast of Winter lurks in your hold. This is not a healthy situation for you, your ship, or your crew. Take my apologies. You've given too much. This has to end. What is the promise worth? Hopefully this will be enough. This will end your service for one secret? Yeah, okay. The creature calls for you. It is time to begin. You must deliver hunger to Khan's heart or Pigmode Isle. A hunger that can never be satiated. Mr. Sachs is waiting, clutching what looks like a leg of lamb. The meat is rotten, the bone is well chewed. A fool sought a name that devours. It devoured him. A lifetime's wealth wasted on cravings that can never be satiated. When all was eaten, he stripped the meat from his fingers in search of solace. Still the hunger gnawed and screamed in his belly. He thought this pitiful offering of poison might free him. Debts are not so easily paid. Okay. I mean, I can go to Khan's heart. I see. So the problem might be that he asks me to go to place X, which I have not actually been to, which is then going to put a lot of pressure on me to find that in time. I mean, I don't know how tight the time constraint is here. That being said, I mean, he did warn me, or the game did warn me. Like, I mean, yeah, there's still obviously this whole place. That's a pretty large part of the map that's still completely unexplored. Up here, I feel like we can fill in the blanks here relatively easily. I mean, there is not going to be a whole lot hiding in this little place here. There might be a place somewhere around here, perhaps. And then, you know, I was planning to go sail along the northern edge of the map, basically, next. I suppose maybe take a quick dip down here, go back up, and then like this, something along those lines, you know. Yeah, but even then... But yeah, I mean, I suppose if I can just wait and accept this commission later without any you know, repercussions, it might be smarter to do that, just in case. I mean, if he does ask me to go to the Kellenate, for example, which is one of the main ports, I suppose, I wouldn't know. It could be up there. I think it's actually in the south. I want to say, I don't know. I have this idea in my head anyway that it's somewhere near the Isle of Cats and Port Carnelian, but maybe I'm just conflating Carnelian and Kellenate in my head somehow, and maybe I'm just completely making that up. Either way, I'm thinking it's in the south, but that might have been mentioned somewhere, or I might just be making that up, as I said. So yeah, maybe wait until I've at least covered that northern part of the map, and then if I'm asked to go to a place that I haven't been to, I know it's going to be in that you know, southern corner of the map, even though it's a relatively large one, but that should be findable within a, you know, a reasonable amount of time. That might be the smarter thing to do. Okay. Kind of a shame, because, you know... And it might be possible to do the first task and then take as much time as you want before you accept the second one. But, you know, just in case... And I'm not planning to go... you know, as I said, I'm planning to do my next little expedition in the north, which is not where Khan's heart is. Obviously, I'm not gonna endanger my little furry friends on the Pigmode Isle, so Khan's heart it is. I have no particular sympathies there, so, you know, if I'm delivering a disaster, I guess I'd rather do it there. Anyway, that's gonna be for future me to worry about. My lodgings, we have a visitor, don't we? Well, we can read the morning papers real quick. News from abroad. Oh wait, I also forgot about the free supplies. Nice. Lost 1 terror just for doing that. Rest in a room. Right. Reduce your terror, heal a wound, and give you a restful night if you do not already have one. Invitation to Benthic College. Your travels have caught someone's attention. Monkey business. Oh, okay. Oh, is that... Wait. That must be... I thought there was a lady that was going to visit us. This doesn't sound like that, but maybe that was it. It pretty much has to be, right? Because that's the only new option that's popped up here. Anyway. I mean, terror is looking pretty good right now. Terror level, but I guess I'm gonna go and rest anyway. We have somehow managed to lose all of our wounds before coming here. Oh, lost only one terror. I thought... The light? It's pretty. Okay, restful night. Useful, I guess? Oh. I thought I was gonna lose more terror than that, but, you know, it's fine. Sure. Invitation to Benthic College. Benthic College is pleased to invite you to an exclusive and educational evening with Lady Agatha Treadgold. Okay. Delightful adventurers and raconteurs of thrilling true tales of feist and spunk. On the back is a scribbled note. Come speak to me afterwards, darling. Opportunity beckons. Attend the lecture. Sure. That seems slightly less potentially terrible than dealing with Mr. Sachs right now. A trip to Benthic. Benthic is the most open-minded of the London colleges. You find yourself waiting for the lecture in a queue of students, devils and bohemians, observed with some scorn by passers-by in Somerset colours. Okay. The delightful adventuress. Her feet have trodden lands most underneath have never even heard of. Is that so? Her eyes have seen every opportunity for fame and glory while there. An evening with the delightful adventuress. Whoever she is, she knows how to pack a hall. Not a seat as empty as she takes the stage. The fine cuisine of the Calonate, the darling Clayman, all but the prelude, my dears. The stories tend towards the fanciful and conveniently unprovable, but the delightful adventuress has the credulous audience spellbound for hours. Many of her tales of monsters and lost cities have a common theme. She visited them ahead of a certain Lady Leonora Fortescue, the quite adorable, daring archaeologist with whom she sparked a bracing rivalry back at finishing school. The rest are tales, bitter as the sourest grapes, of being cheated of triumphs by the very same Fortescue, whose fanciful fictions are fit only for the penny dreadfuls. By the end, her stories are notably more bitter than boastful. She still receives a standing ovation. Okay. Well then, the delightful adventuress's masked Clayman Barnabas escorts you to the principal of Benthic's study, where she sits sipping brandy by the fire. Ah, my dear Capitano. Firelight glints in her eyes as she raises the glass. Here you are recently returned from the empire of monkeys. Hands, yes, of course. It is a rare breed that can make such a voyage. Foolhardy too, perhaps. Well, can't really deny that. She sips her brandy. I wish to charter your no doubt fine vessel to that primitive little island chain. There I shall find what I need to show up the infernal Leonora Fortescue once and for all, and you, the delightful adventuress, squints, sizing you up. Sufficient compensation will not be a difficulty. A most mutually beneficial arrangement, you will agree. I mean, I kind of like to know more details about that compensation, but, you know, let's assume it's gonna be sufficient and appropriate. I mean, I was planning to return to the Empire of Hands, because obviously that's one of those places where, after, you know, enough time has passed, or any amount of time has passed, new things would become available. There was that airship that they were working on, and, you know, all the, I don't know, political and social struggles among the various groups. So, sure, I guess. It's a long voyage, but you know the way. Yeah, I mean, if I went in a straight line, that wouldn't take so long. And this doesn't mention anywhere that, you know, I'm under any time constraints, so Sure, might as well. The delightful adventuress drains her glass dry. Then we shall see you upon the morrow for the voyage. Barnabas, pack my valise. Valise? Valise? I don't know. Adventure awaits. Okay. She does take up one cargo space. That's what I thought. Right. Yeah, I guess Corsair's Force is actually another place we haven't been to, but we have heard about. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so 5 more spaces for cargo, yes, but I was thinking about, you know, selling off some fuel to make more room for supplies. Should definitely do that, but first, there were more things, weren't there? Or have we suddenly run out of things? Well, of course I expected more direct interaction, more immediate interaction with Mr. Sachs, but I suppose I've decided to postpone that for now. I mean, I'm not exactly planning to go to the Empire of Hands anytime soon, so I hope it's okay. I hope she's fine with that. But then, you know, this shady sword has been with us, has been sailing with us all around the Neath. So, and without ever complaining, right? So, I'm going to assume that unless the game, or if the game doesn't specifically mention that I should hurry up, that I don't need to hurry up. Right. What else can we do? Visit the Rose Market, I suppose. Sure. Madame Shoshana is seeking an extraordinary implication. Oh. Well. I mean, it turns out that this was... that I did not need to sell this to the scholar at all. The fortune teller, under her many scarves, sips tea in a quiet corner of the market. She'll pay well for something portentous. And these are kind of limited time offers, right? So I'm guessing this should pay better. Let's test that theory. Quite a bit better. Okay, still not, you know, groundbreaking in terms of the money I got out of it, but... Oh, crap, and I forget that you only get one chance. So what was the other one? Anyway, great and terrible. Shoshana holds a mirror over her pot of tea. The steam fogs the glass. As is market tradition, you write your information into the condensation with a finger. When you have finished, there is a rustling beneath her scarves. A wrinkled hand emerges from the silk and places a fat envelope next to the teapot. For the knowledge and your silence. Okay. Well. Carouse and wolf-stack docks. A matter of luck. A sure thing, or is it? Okay. Wait. So we can do this. This is a thing I don't exactly get. I mean, we have a romance. We have a certain someone back in London. So, yeah, that's actually one of the things I wonder, why there isn't an option to just, you know, specifically spend time with them. That would make sense, right? After you return, after a long, you know, journey. Wouldn't you want to see them? I guess not. Unless this is going to lead to meeting them. Let's try that. A marvelous night out. No, never mind. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire. And something more. Something more? Okay. This would have gotten me more recent news, that's fine. Lost 10 echoes, that's perfectly fine. Lost 5 more terror, bringing me to 10. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Luck. Watch for the fall of a card. I mean, there was a guaranteed success. So. Ah. Right, the dapper chap, of course. It's not such a coincidence, he protests. I had to meet a ship from home, another one. His eyes meet yours, but it's good to see you. Okay. Oh. I wonder if I could have lost a lot more terror here, but, I mean, that's fine. I'm not going to complain about having that reset all the way down to 0. Really, not too long ago, I was really doubtful that would ever happen again. I would ever feel comfortable about my terror levels when we crowned 60 or so. So, yeah, that's, thankfully, it's not as big of a deal, perhaps. So long as you know. So you're kind of careful. Anyway, a few hours together, shared warmth, new memories. It's harder to say goodbye this time. Okay. Hire on more crew. No, we don't need to and can't, in fact, do that. But we can, perhaps, recruit another never mind. Cannot recruit another officer right now. I wonder if that means that we've actually run out of, or that we've already recruited, rather, all of the possible officers, but certainly there must be more available, right? There must. I mean, I was kind of expecting, or just assuming there would be a significant number of possible officers. Like, I mean, at least 2 different people for each position would make sense, which I don't think we have, right? I mean, no, we don't have a second surgeon, for example. We only have that kind of, default surgeon that we started the game with. But there's one of those for each position, I think. We have 2 different gunners, 2 different cooks, 2 different engineers, but I think we only have one first officer. So there should be more people to meet, but I guess it's just random, and if the dice roll doesn't come up, they're not going to be available here. Okay, well, fair enough. Is there anything else we can do then? We could repair our ship, which is probably not a terrible idea. In fact, chancy challenge? Oh, wait, no, never mind. We don't need fuel at all. Why would you go to the dry dock for fuel? Lead beater and stain rod shipyard. Badly damaged and short on money. That's worth a go. Can't we use our Admiralty yards? Yes. 3 of our 32. I mean, that's what we have them for, right? There's no need to stash like dozens and dozens of Admiralty favors. So I guess we're gonna just go with this. Right? Yeah. Let's just do this. That should repair us to full, I think. Yeah. Better safe than sorry. I'm still not planning to do any fighting, but you never know. Sometimes it might just be unavoidable or, inconvenient to try and avoid. So, yeah. That should be good. What else? What else? We could deliver the last... Actually, yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. The last couple of port reports. Human Canal is not going to pay much at all. Vendor bite is 10. Oh, wait. Favors remains unchanged. Didn't I get more favors for previously reported port reports? Maybe not? Oh, okay, I guess not. Well, fair enough. Human Canal. 5 echoes and nothing else. Yeah, okay. Right. I suppose I could have held onto those, but... yeah. So, done here. Just, making sure. Wait, oh, that was London. Sure. Okay, so we're done with the Admiral, we're done with London, we're done with the Scholar for the time being. I guess since I'm not buying a ship, I suppose I'm just gonna buy 2 live specimens. How much room do we have? Yeah, okay. I mean, enough to buy them right now. Purchase a live specimen. 500. I mean, that's a lot of money, but I just don't know how to acquire them otherwise. Maybe this is an extremely expensive way to get them, and there's, there are reliable ways to get them out elsewhere. But I don't know about them, and, might as well. And that does take up cargo space, yes, that's what I thought. But we can use one right away. In fact... Wait. Oh. Yeah, okay, this option is here now. Right, I could sell it for a huge loss, of course. Or I can buy another live specimen. There we go. I have now 2. Okay, my lodgings. Right, nothing new here. This guy, I don't have what he wants. And I'm not accepting this this quest for Mr. Sachs right now. Okay, which leaves officer stuff. Okay, I think I'm okay with all the things I've done up to this point. So let's save over this one. And why don't we start with her, who we've not done anything with? And let's do the interesting thing. Ask her to remove her glasses. You'll need to tempt her with the very finest gossip of the Z. I'm just not confused. I'm surprised that both of the options require the exact same things. Even though the game mentions that, I need to really tempt her with the finest. But the other option where I don't need to tempt her still takes the same, searing enigma. Which is a very valuable thing. Anyway, eyes unconcealed. She removes her glasses, folds them neatly, and places them on the table, then meets your eyes. Her own eyes are marvelously bright. Marvelously bright. The irises are amber. The whites seem to be flecked with gold. Okay. I was expecting something much more sinister. Instead we get the opposite of sinister, I guess. Yes, she says. I've been touched by the Dawn Machine. I believe you already knew that, or you wouldn't have asked me to remove my spectacles. Sure, I suspected as much. No, I was just curious. I might be wrong. In either case, nothing has changed now that you know. We will still be wary of each other. She taps her thumb against her index finger. I'm always the same, do you see? I do not change. I proceed on the same path I always have. I am only one choice, and I will be content only when I have no choice at all. Now let's eat and talk. You promised me something special, and I will give you what little I can in return. Okay, at least we got a mirrors increase. Dined with the exile. What will she become? Let's find out, perhaps? Anyway, yeah, that was very expensive. A very expensive dinner. A very expensive increase in mirrors, but, it's fine. Protest. The journey is the destination. Each choice you make in future will depend on this one. In the future? The ship goes where the captain sails, and where the captain chooses to sail depends on where you've been. Yeah, except what she says. She's right. If nothing has changed in response to your choice, then your choice was that of a pawn that chooses to move forward. Throw her out of your cabin? For God's sake, all you wanted was a meal and a chat, and she's doing philosophy on you. Wow, why would I do that? The journey is the destination. Each choice you make in the future will depend on this one. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with this one. Narrowed eyes. Perhaps, she says. Perhaps our choices determine our heading. But at last, when the lamps go dark, there is only one direction. One day, we'll go there together. She won't be drawn further. She picks up her knife and fork. Between mouthfuls, she tells you something of the starved men and their ways on the roof, the arts of flesh shaping and that they practiced and debated. I enjoyed this, she adds at the end of the meal. We should do it again, when you're ready to talk about salt. Gained a secret. Have an extraordinary implication, okay. So we'll get a little bit back, basically. In terms of just monetary value. And gain more hearts. Okay, so, and I've also made a choice. Sure. Oh, bread and salt, for which we need nothing in particular, I suppose. Bread and salt. The Cornelian exile invites you to her cabin for dinner. We need to discuss a certain direction, she informs you. Okay, well. A brisk dinner. I am persona non grata in Port Carnelian, the exile remarks. I was too close to the new sequence and the machine. I have repented of that now, but I'll never go home. She leans closer. Salt's song, she whispers. I hear it on the wind, the way east, the horizon's road. Will you go east, my captain? Will you take me with you? I mean, there's literally only east to go from London, so yes. We will go somewhere east. The Z is wide, but I'll always return home. East, the horizon where the god Salt watches, far and chilly. London is your home. Wait, what? The Z is my only home. You are Z, Captain, the old black ocean under the world. It's 100 ports. You'll live and die here. I cannot rest until I've crossed the last horizon. You're hungry for more. What? I don't understand what the choice is here. She asked me to go east. And what even is the difference between these? These seem extremely similar. London is your home. Oh, London is your home. You'll always return to London. The Z is my home. I see. I see. Or I'm hungry for more. I'm hungry for more, I think? I'm definitely curious. The Excel smiles. Destiny is destiny, she says softly. You are the captain I would choose to follow across the sea. If the time comes for you to claim your burning name, speak with me again. I cannot enter the name's prison, not anymore. She taps her glasses. But perhaps you can. Do I want to? I have no idea what I'm choosing here, or what I'm getting myself into, but that's not so unusual. Speak to her again. Speak to the exile about the name's prison. How will you breach it when you find it? Letters of the name which burns. No more than 0. Okay. Also, we got another mirrors there. Behind her glasses, you sense somehow that she has closed her eyes. You must have mastered the map, she says softly. Entered in the house of every power, and you'll need to bring a burning truth to match the burning name. Oh. Mastered the map. Entered in the house of every power. Bring a burning truth to match the burning name. Okay. Well, I mean, I have not been everywhere. I wonder what mastered the map really means in this context, if it literally requires me to have it 100% of it uncovered. That seems unlikely. But, okay. Well, I made some choices. Where they will lead to, I have no idea. Whether they were the right ones, if there are right and wrong ones, who knows. Yeah, I guess we'll just, at the very least, we'll have to explore more of the map and maybe just visit every single port once, or at least all of the major ports, before we can maybe advance this. And where this is gonna lead, I have absolutely no idea. Okay, anyway, officers. So yeah, this guy just wants to go to the colonnade. This guy, well, we can help him now, I suppose, but we're not gonna reach the Chapel of Lights anytime soon. Well, kind of soon, I suppose, on our next journey. But not for now. Alright, yeah, these I have to reach those other places for. We don't have salt for the cook, unfortunately. Well, we did the thing to help him, so yeah, we just need to take the next step here. Allow the mechanic to enjoy his sleep. Wait, what? 3 crew? It might be messy, he warns you. Could you have a couple of strong sailors standing by? Tell them to snap the box shut when the trouble begins. Okay, so maybe they're not necessarily gonna die, but the fact that it requires... Whenever anything requires a certain number of crew, I'm always, you know, expecting the worst. Tell them to snap the box shut when the trouble begins. He holds up a bottle of laudanum. I will be sleeping deeply. Let's do this. A certain amount of excitement. When nothing seems to be happening, you take to your own bunk, but a roar from the clayman brings you sprinting back to the mechanic's cabin. You fling open the door. The man's eyes seethe with Viric flame. It's struggling against the efforts of the sailors to restrain it. As you rush to assist, it flings one sailor off, but the other manages to snap the box closed. The other? There were supposed to be 3, but okay. Instantly, the man goes stiff, a lifeless clay statue. The Vyric glow now pulsates from the box. In the bunk, the mechanic sleeps on, his face wreathed in dreamy smiles. He will sleep so until morning. Okay, serpent trap has been lost. You've learned that the mechanic stole a secret from the dreams of the stone pigs. Okay, is that so? You now have a mirror catch box full of very angry dream snakes. Yeah, that's... okay, I saw that item required somewhere. That's how I learned that such a thing existed. And now I actually have it. A sullen Vyric glow leaks from within. Sometimes it rattles. Best not open it. Okay, Vyric, that's one of the colors that we are supposed to find and deliver to the ancient, I don't know, person in Venterbite, which, you know, is a place that I'm planning to visit soon, so that's convenient, I guess? Assuming there's nothing else to do with this, or, I mean, even if there is. We have been on that quest for a long time, so, you know, curious to see what happens when you actually deliver one of the things. And cross that off the list. Okay, well... ask the mechanic to explain exactly what the hell is going on. Whoa, wait. Hell is not being censored? Okay. Well, it's like this. I stole a secret from the Echo Bazaar with the help of the Finger Kings. You know, the serpents who rule Dream? Yeah, of course, everyone knows those. I mean, then I I looked up half a dozen times how to pronounce that word, and I can never remember when it actually comes to pronouncing it. On the Finger Kings. Don't look at me like that. Would you rather I'd given them the secret? Yeah, I've absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Okay. The Unsettling Sage. Yeah. Don't know that. Unlocked with objective materials for the impeller, no more than 0. Mechanic secret in Frostfound. The Fulgent Impeller. Okay, sure, let's do this. Pigs of Stone. I talk about engines all the time, I'm sure you've noticed, and I dream about them. I found myself dreaming of the stone pigs. They're... oh, I don't entirely understand, still. But they're how the bazaar travels between stars. Did you know they did that? And they sleep, so the Finger Kings can crack their dreams open. So the Finger Kings recruited me. I found a secret in those dreams. An engine like the Z's never seen. Oh, Captain, let me build it for you. You won't be sorry. But there are some things I'll need. I know. Isn't it always the way? Sure is. Okay. Rescue or ransom him from wisdom. Oh, wait. Wisdom in the Sea of Lilies. Oh, that's the prison, yeah. Of course. Rescue or ransom him from wisdom in the Sea of Lilies near the Kane to help the tireless mechanic complete his project. Right, okay. Yeah, we could have broken like any prisoner, like a random prisoner out of there, or looked for a specific person, except we didn't. We weren't looking for a specific person when we were there, right? Something along those lines. But I suppose now we're looking for someone. I'll need help to build the engine. It'll need to be alive, like the pigs, and I'm better at metal. Okay. The mechanic's secret in Frostfound quality is now 1. Find Frostfound in the north, and retrieve the mechanic's secret from the penultimate chamber. Well, I guess we're going to be finding that then, because that's the plan, to, you know, find everything that's left in the north. I had to hide the secret somewhere in the somewhere the Finger Kings couldn't go. I hoped they'd leave me alone then, so I put it in Frostfound. Not the very heart of Frostfound. I'm not insane, but quite close to the heart. Quite close to insane. Find Frostfound in the north and retrieve the mechanic's secret from the penultimate chamber. Sure, that should be easy. Certainly it's just a matter of getting there and picking the thing up. Okay. And now materials for the impeller's quality is now 1. Take 1 element of dawn, 1 casket of sapphires. Ah, crap, I had one of those. And 40 units of Stygian ivory. 40? Wait. Along with the mechanic's secret and the unsettling sage to King Eater's castle. So I literally cannot do this unless I have a ship with a bigger cargo hold. That's interesting, for sure. Okay, interesting and a bit unfortunate, because that means that we're definitely not doing this anytime soon. Okay, well. Okay, we need once living monster material, and since we can't get the heart of the bazaar, no, we really can't, we'll need something from the Dawn machine. Sorry. Take one element of Dawn, which I don't even know how to get that. Do we just go to the Dawn machine? I mean, I know where that is, but I couldn't interact with it when I was there once. So, can we get that from the geode? I want to say that I've actually seen an element of Dawn somewhere as well. Like, no, I've seen the icon for it, so either as a requirement or as the item itself, but I don't know. Casket of Sapphires, well, those I think I can just buy. I guess that's by far the smallest problem. But, you know, at least those two things, in addition to 40 units of Stygian Ivory, which I'm assuming are going to take up 40 spaces of, 40 units of cargo space. And then, of course, I need a lot more room for fuel and supplies. So, yeah, that's... Okay, well, at least we're on that quest now, for what it's worth. Right, for you, yeah, she doesn't actually say where she wants to go. Right, but we can continue things with the Claytory Air, and yeah, I'm looking at the timer. You know, the episode is getting a little bit long, but I want to at least finish this, what I've started doing here. And in fact, I mean, I think this should be the last officer that we can do anything with right now, so might as well. Find her during an operation. Does the blood of London's cowled monsters really run through her veins? Twisted smile. You sit with her in a surgery lined with bottles. You sit with her in a surgery lined with bottles of preserved and pickled body parts. Okay, surgery as in, is that a place where surgery is performed? Because I don't think I've heard that word used in such a way, but okay. I can't offer you proof, she says. The only strange tongue I speak is my mother's, which is ancient but human. Blades can cut me. I'm not immune to fire, though perhaps the masters are not either. But I have not met anyone who shares my particular skills. And I know my mother. I cannot see her in any ordinary liaison with an ordinary man, much less a husband. She was in her 3rd millennium when she bore me. Okay. But, I mean, does she actually believe that, or is she just making stuff up? Because we have met the person who claimed to be her father, and he told us that he was just a very ordinary person. Okay. Informed of the Claytory Heir's possible relationship to Mr. Iron. Right. And now we can tell her that we actually met her father. How I met her father. Explore her surgery. On her shelf she keeps things preserved in alcohol or packed in oil. Things she cut from patients. Just in case confronting her with this, this thing about her father, just in case that's gonna upset her or something. Let's go with this first. Why do you have this tailbone? These are souvenirs, she says. Here's the patch of skin from the palm of a woman's hand. I took it from her in order to cure her of the urge to adultery. Now she wears gloves, but she's kept her marriage. There's more difficult work I could be doing. She's playing her blade between her fingers. Did you know my mother operated on the bazaar itself? Oh, the bazaar, there it is again. She cut away its cladent lobe so that it would be at peace and not have to wander on and on. But the operation changed her. She got some of the ichor on her skin. Okay, gathering details on the history of the Claytory Heir. Huh. What happened to the cladent lobe? If the Claytory Heir's mother cut off a piece of London's Echo Bazaar, where did it go? To acquire a Claytory souvenir, you must find something for the heir to operate on. Oh, wait, I have that? Certain unusual items might do, or you can find opportunities to gain at some ports. Okay, yeah, she cut off something from one of the postmen to make him not a postman anymore. So I guess that's how we got this. Interesting. Let her have an experiment. What? She has expressed an interest in experimenting with the content of a long box. Oh, right. Oh, I think we actually need one of these. We need one of these for to be allowed entry into Station 3. Right? I mean, we would have needed one when we weren't on any specific quest. I had kind of been hoping that we would not need one if we had some actual business there. But maybe you need one either way. But obviously we also need one for whatever this is going to lead to. Chancy challenge. So we'll produce a Cladery souvenir. Oh, this will produce a Cladery souvenir. And may have additional results. So still somewhat interesting, but maybe it's just a way to get a Cladery souvenir without having to go to a potentially faraway place. But we do have one, so we could do that. She should know the truth. Again, I mean, I don't know. Should I continue her main questline first, or just get this out of the way? Let's do it. If it turns out that she just, you know, leaves or kills me or something, I can just reload. A skeptical expression. Did he offer proof? Did he look familiar? Did he know secrets about the mother that no one else could have known? Her mother that no one else could have known? Did you even see his face under all those bandages? Did you even hear his real voice? He could have been anyone. I mean, I suppose that's true. He could have been looking for the Cladery heir's inheritance and using you to find out more. Then she avoids you for a day or two, which is not easy at sea. Well, we're not at sea right now. Okay. Well, so I guess she was a little upset. Oh. Push her about meeting her father. Try to convince her that her father is not Mr. Iron. She's clinging to this idea. If things go poorly, you will lose her. But we can also not do that yet, because, I guess... Well, we don't know her well enough. Your Cladery souvenir quality gives you a 20% chance of success. Cladery souvenir quality. Is it just 20% per each one of these I currently have, or does that increase with every souvenir she has collected while working for me? I guess that would make more sense if those are two separate things. Okay, anyway, let's do this, I guess. What happened to the Claydon Lobe? An awkward inheritance. Mother experimented on the lobe various ways, with Mr. Iron bringing her new implements. It wanted to be on the move, however, and in the end she put it on a ship, or built a ship around it, the Cladery Heart. But it got away from her. Well, I mean, we've actually seen it somewhere, if only I could remember. But, yeah, we've actually seen that in the shipyard in one of the places we've been. Okay, where is the Cladery Heart now? And would she care to claim her inheritance? Too casual. Last my mother heard, it was in Adam's Way, or somewhere further into the Elder Continent. It might still be seaworthy. In its day, it was a most unusual ship. Do I want it back? I try not to want anything too much, but if you care to travel in that direction, I could hardly stop you. When you wait long enough, she says a little more. I avoid obsessions myself, but I know one of these days I'll have to operate on myself, remove some desire that has gotten too unwieldy. Okay, Adam's Way? If you're growing closer, is that safe? Probably not. But then again, I mean, if I could get my hands on that ship, I wouldn't mind that, I guess? I don't remember. I mean, I looked at it, I suppose, when I saw it. I mean, I've not been in a place called Adam's Way, actually, which, you know, makes me wonder if I didn't see that on this life, if that was somewhere else. It can be in different places. Or maybe we're just not going to find it there. We're just going to find the next clue, and I just happened to find the actual location by complete accident already. But, yeah. Anyway. Okay, and this is... Right, so even though we have used up our... the Cladery souvenir, this is still 20%. Okay, so this will get easier the more of those we collect, or have her collect, I suppose. Help her collect. Okay. Adam's Way. Well, I'll be keeping an eye out, I suppose. Okay, now hold on. Okay, we have this. I guess I'm gonna deliver this to Vanderbilt. I'll be looking out for mute results so we can advance our quest, or really start our quest with Banished Poissonnier, for which I'm holding onto the strange catch. We have the live specimen for the Chapel of Lights, where we're also supposed to collect a special report, I suppose, for maybe some extra payment when we return to London. And yeah, I guess that's mostly it at this point. So we want to go to, I guess, Salt Lines first for our octopusy friend. We want to go to Vanderbilt for for delivering this box and possibly acquiring salt, perhaps? I don't know. Well, at least looking. I think they sell a number of different things, so maybe we get lucky there. Then on to Wither to find maybe some mother, maybe. And then east from there. Yeah. I guess we could reasonably do those things next episode. Unless something unforeseen happens as I try to leave port or something. And before I go, I'll convert some of the fuel I have here to supplies. I don't know the exact ratio quite yet. I guess 20 fuel should be plenty, and filling the rest up with supplies is probably, should work out, I think. Right. Okay. Well, that was Return to London Part 2. It could have gone a little bit faster, I suppose. Well, as I always do, I just spent a long time debating one way and the other. But, well, that's just how I play this game, I suppose. And I hope you don't mind too much if you've been watching all this time. Right, anyway. Before I make things even more awkward, I'm gonna end this episode. Next time, I've, mentioned plenty of times now what the plans are. We'll see how much of that will actually happen. And what the game, if what other ideas the game might have in that regard. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.